Hey everyone, it's AngelBlade13. Welcome back to my Kingdom Hearts Final Mix walkthrough. Sora's at level 34. I have the Ray of Light still equipped and the White Fang, and we're going to head to the next world. So let's just warp back to Agrabah. And before we go, we'll just head into the gummy menu quickly. And I'm just going to equip the Shield 2G. That'll just give me a little barrier. So you can see down at the bottom I have that little shield gauge. That's going to give me 5 free hits while I'm in the gummy ship before the ship starts taking damage. This can be pretty helpful, particularly on Proud mode, since I haven't really been doing anything to increase the ship's health or defense. So, in case I get a little reckless when I'm driving to a new world, this will be pretty helpful as far as just staying alive in the ship. Like a fight already. And my command menu is not red, and the Heartless don't seem to attack me. That's interesting.
And now, allow me to introduce the Master of Terror, the King of Nightmares, Jack Skellington! Bravo, Jack! Bravo! Those ghosts will be a big hit at this year's Halloween!
Thank you. But their movement still needs work. It's not scary enough. I want to strike bone-chilling terror. I'm going to consult the doctor.
Then I'll go attend to the decorations.
Okay, so we can see that the Heartless are just there for decoration right now. Let's spend some time looking around for different items. So, most of the items in this room are pretty out in the open and easy to get, but we're gonna go up to this doorbell, and we're gonna ring it 3 times. So that elixir is certainly worth the time it takes to do that. That's everything we can get now, so we're going to advance the story.
I don't understand. Maybe the guidance system was damaged in the explosion.
Nonsense. My devices are always perfect.
Oh, I've got it! Why, of course. The Heartless need a heart. Doctor, do you think we can add a heart to that device?
Certainly. A heart's not all that complicated. Let's get to work.
To make a heart, first take a container with a lock.
We need the key to this thing first.
My, that was amazing! And you are...
Sora.
Well done, Sora. I'd like you to be a part of this year's Halloween.
What's this Heartless doing here?
Oh, the Heartless came to town just recently. What's frustrating is I can't get them to dance with me. So, the Doctor and I are trying to improve the guidance system. He's quite a genius. Okay, Doctor, let's continue. The ingredients for a heart. Pulse. Emotion.
Terror.
Fear. Hope and despair. Mix them all together, and we have a heart.
Maybe we're missing some ingredients. Let's try adding memory. Sally? Sally! Good-for-nothing girl. Don't know why I bothered creating her. Sally's got the memory we need. See if you can track her down.
No problem. Sora, would you like to come along?
Sure.
And we have the Pumpkin King himself in our party now. I'm going to stick with Donald for the time being. On the wall there is another torn page, so we know what we'll be doing when we finish this world. As usual, let's take Jack's items. And I should restock Sora with some stuff. And quickly look in abilities. Applause is Jack's only real unique attack. It's a long-range sliding attack. The rest of the abilities he has are copies of your Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, and Gravity spells. So I'm gonna keep him with Blizzard and Thunder.
Jack! Jack! We have a major crisis! The Heartless are completely out of control! We can't stop them!
Maybe our experiment triggered something. Everything will be fine, Mayor. You have nothing to worry about.
Alright, it looks like the Heartless are attacking me again. That feels a lot more normal. Seeing them just standing there was really weird. So we'll just take some time to battle these guys before moving on. See Jack in the party. As I mentioned before, most of his abilities are the same as your spells. So I gave him Blizzard and Thunder to just make him better for dealing with crowds.
Take that! Thunder!
Alright, so some pretty normal enemies to clear out in this room. Pretty much handle them however you want to. There will be this wave of Search Ghost and a new enemy. I'm going to summon Dumbo for the first time. So with Dumbo, we get the reaction command of Splash. Just hold down the button, you'll shoot out this cone of water. You can hold the circle button to raise up with Dumbo, and you're invincible while you're using him. So it's pretty helpful.
Zero, have you seen Sally anywhere?
Is something wrong, Jack?
No, everything's going great. We're going to have the best Halloween ever. All we need now is your memory.
Memory? You mean this? Jack, I have a bad feeling about this. Why don't you try something else? There's still time.
Nothing could beat what I've got planned. Once we give the Heartless a heart, they'll dance just as I envision it. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I sure did. A heart. What should we do?
Gosh, you really are stupid. Isn't it obvious? Tell Oogie Boogie.
So with the Forget-Me-Not, we can head back to the professor and see about this experiment he's got.
That bonehead Jack is really making a heart. I'll be jiggered. That works for me. Ooh, when I get my hands on that... Well, I've got no hands, but I'm still gonna nab that heart and control the Heartless.
So this is a good chance to show off strike rate a bit. You see I get the reaction for strike, I get some follow-ups with raid, which lets me throw the Keyblade a few more times, and ending with judgment as the finisher. It's a pretty good long-range attack. So I can take some time to talk about the new enemies. The mummy-looking guys are called White Knights. They're purely physical attackers. They have a bit of a janky movement, I guess, so they can be kind of annoying to hit. They do some pretty decent damage. Just about all of your attacks at this point are pretty good at dealing with them. I'll be using Strike Raid a lot throughout this level because I was not able to use it in the previous one. It's really good, and you're invincible while you're using it. So we're gonna talk with the mayor here. And 3 ghosts are going to rise from the tombstones here. I'm pretty sure this is random every time, so unless if someone knows a way of sort of controlling it, please let me know, but just memorize the order they show up and just examine each one. This chest with the Jack-in-the-Box will appear, and we can go back the way we came, but we'll examine this other doorway nearby. So, in case you've been watching this from the beginning, I said that Goofy was the best party member in this game, but I haven't been using him that often. The main reason for that is because I want to sort of give him and Donald equal time. So, it's really important that I use Goofy in the next 2 worlds. Goofy's higher level abilities are going to be really helpful in the later worlds, so using Donald here lets him get about an equal amount of time. And I guess I should have said this back when we went to Deep Jungle, because that was the first time we got the chance. A lot of times I see people decide to just leave Donald and Goofy in the party the whole time because they want to make sure they're leveled up. They're going to still level up even when they're not in the active party. So, and the world party members, I think they're all on the same like level track, or I think it's that Sora, Donald, and Goofy are all, they give an average for the world party members, so when you go back to one of those worlds, they'll be leveled up accordingly.
Come on!
And here's something I didn't really know about until I started watching speedruns, but if you light that on fire, you get a shortcut back to this area. And here's a white mushroom setup. This is a good one to get the arrow arcs. When the mushrooms start spinning, that means you want to use arrow on them. So, eventually, there we go, I'll use it on this one.
This should help.
And fortunately I had those ethers.
Wind.
There we go. So we have everything we need. Let's head back to the professor and see about making the Heartless dance.
There you go. This time it's sure to work.
We lost them.
Zero! After them, quick!
The new enemy here are called gargoyles. They have a similar feature to search ghosts. They can sort of phase out, and unlike the search ghosts, they can sort of attack while they're phasing back in immediately, which is kind of annoying to deal with. They have some physical attacks, and they have an energy ball. They usually shoot out, and it bounces along the ground before targeting out one of the characters.
Thunder!
We're gonna want to get back to Moonlight Hill, so I'll clear this area. Because I did this thing with fire when I was over there, I can use it to get back. And looks like we got black fungus in this room this time. The quick way to handle them is, again, using gravity, and then a couple physical attacks should finish them all. If you go in strictly with physical attacks, it'll likely take a good deal longer to get rid of them. You probably won't skip their invincible phase, so just keep that in mind. So if you just want to advance the story, then you can head across the bridge there. But there are a couple good items that you can pick up in this room, and you pretty much have to clear out the room to get about all of them, so I would just... You'll be back here later, so you can save it till then, but, you know me, I'm gonna clear out the room and get everything that I can now.
Take that! Sit! Take that! Come on! Here!
So jumping to the chest here can be odd and annoying to do, as you just saw me fail. You can use a Keyblade swing to land on the platform there. Sometimes there's a bit of the ledge just under it that you can land on too. It's just more of something that's kind of weird rather than difficult.
I knew Oogie Boogie was behind this.
So we're going to be climbing this tower, building, whatever you want to call it. Do your best not to fall off. It's kind of annoying if you do. There is a bathtub that's sort of just walking around. If you do fall off, you can just sort of get to the bathtub and it will take you back up to this area right here.
See ya! Come on!
Here I go!
So at this point, we've kind of seen that Strike Raid's very powerful and really good at hitting targets far away. Sometimes it will whiff on like one of the walls, I guess. Sometimes it goes through them and hits the enemy. So be careful with it, but it's really good to use. Alright, so we've gotten through all that. Make sure you heal up and whatever you need to do. We have a boss fight coming up. I'm going to switch to Blizzara. That'll be helpful. And we're going to beat up some children.
What's wrong with you?
You can kind of deal with these guys however you want. I tend to just jump and spam Blizzara. There, I've gotten rid of 2 of them already. It can be annoying since you've got 3 separate targets. Each of them can do different damage. Yeah, it's not worth going into what each of them does. So, that's the fight. And before we leave, you want to just hit that switch there. Save up if you want. I'm going to switch back to the Brave Warrior, give myself more of a strength setup again, and I'm going to give Donald the Ray of Light so he can use a bit more magic. So now we want to get down to the bottom area of the house. Not the very bottom, so don't completely just jump off the side. There is a sort of section you can land in. If we head back to the sort of entrance of the house, then there's an elevator there we can use, and that'll bring us towards where we need to go. So that's where we're gonna be heading to.
Come on! This is it!
And before we head all the way down, there's this chest we can access now. Some more puppies. And now we want to get back down near the bottom. And this cage is lowered, so we can grab another chest. And now we'll use the elevator.
Come on!
And it's time for another boss fight, so make sure you have whatever items you want. For abilities, I'm just gonna give Jack his fire and gravity abilities instead. Have him a bit better for a boss. For Sora's shortcuts, I'm gonna put in Arrow, and in the magic menu, I'm gonna preset Stopra, and for summons, I'm gonna preset Genie.
You want it? Well then, come on over and get it! Ah! Now, let's see if I can get their attention. Oh, hi, This is it? Nobody disrespects me! Nobody!
Here we have Oogie Boogie. This is a very gimmicky fight. You notice the ground is set into several sections. Now, all the buttons are gonna glow, and you want to step on the one that's in the same section Oogie Boogie's in on the top. Once you're here, you get a total of 10 hits on him. Your party member hits will count as well. So you sort of want to try to lock them out of that particular section. When I get kicked off, I immediately summon Genie, and now what I'm gonna do is try doing Showtime on him, but I want to make sure that I jump a lot in between, otherwise Genie's shots can sort of whip and hit the platform or that thing in the center instead. If you reflect those 3 dice at him, you can get the buttons to show up early. I usually don't go for it in this, and I just focus on Genie doing the damage instead. This can finish him off. I've done it a few times, and I got luckier with what Genie decided to do, but this is just, he has a bit more health left. I'll just finish him with Strike Raid. So, Oogie has turned into a house because, of course, he would. I don't remember that in the movie, but whatever. Anyway, there are 7 dark orbs, or globs, whatever you want to call them. They don't take too many hits to defeat at this point, so just want to head up. Usually about 2 or 3 combos should finish them off. After you destroy the 3rd one, he'll start making it more difficult for you. He's going to summon gargoyles here. I'm just going to use stop so I don't have to deal with them, and I can finish off that 4th one. I'm going to use an arrow because that lantern can do some pretty decent damage to you, though it's just a safety measure. This really shouldn't take you too long. It's already the 6th one. It'd be faster for me to just finish it with physical attacks, but I'm gonna summon Dumbo just for the heck of it.
Gotcha!
And there we go.
Sally, why didn't I listen to you?
Don't feel bad, Jack. We'll come up with another plan for Halloween. Next time, we'll do it together.
So, we are officially done with Halloweentown as far as the story and everything. There is something we can still get here, so I'm going to quickly switch Goofy back into the party and head back to where Oogie's Manor was. And we can see that we have a red trinity. Just quickly use it. Not something too important, but it'll help, and we need the Trinity for the journal. So. And if we use this entrance here, we have the shortcut back to the Guillotine Square. So we're all set, and we're going to leave. So I can buy the 5th weapons here for Donald and Goofy, the Silver Mallet and the Gigas Fist. And I will switch to Pumpkinhead for Sora, and the 2 weapons we just bought for the others. And do a quick adjustment on our shortcuts. I'm gonna go back to Thundara, and we have Gravira, so now we're gonna go back to 100 Acre Woods and do the last section of it. So similar to with the swing, we want to lock onto Pooh and he will follow you. Alright, first I'm gonna use Thunder, which will drop a beehive somewhere. And I'm gonna use Gravity on Rue over there, which will do something later. Over this way, we can find Rabbit. So all we want to do is stand near one of the holes, and he'll pop out one of the other ones. Just talk with him, and he'll head back to this safe area. Now we want to get Pooh over to that flower, so lock onto him and stand near the flowers, and he'll head over and use them. And for us to get to that higher level, we just want to jump in this well right here. And it pushes you either to the left or the right, or sometimes just on the log. We want to get Pooh across this log and talk with Tigger, and try not to fall off like I just did. I'm just gonna get back up and talk with Tigger. And I got lucky that I didn't get pushed off again there, but... Now, because I used Gravity on Rue, he is down at this lower section, so it's a bit easier to get that command. And there are two more people up here. And bring Pooh over near the flowers. So Piglet is in that little alcove there. He'll only really come out, or you need to bring Pooh over towards him to get him to move. And that will bring him down that way. Before we talk with Piglet, we're gonna wait for Owl to fly back this way. Talk with him. And then we'll just go talk with Piglet. There's definitely much faster ways to do this, but as long as you get it done in under 5 minutes, you'll get the special prize that we want. And that's pretty simple to do, even if this is your first time doing it. And we get an EXP ring. Very useful item.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger! The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Sound back again.
I hope you find your friends.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
So we are technically done with 100 Acre Woods, but there is a few more things we can get there, so we'll head back in. And we're gonna go back to Pooh's house. So he's kind of cold. Let's lock onto this stack of wood and use fire on it, and then we'll just talk with Pooh. And we get another mithril. The important thing is talking to Owl here. So for each of these mini games we needed to get a certain score: 100 points, 150 points, 40 meters, under 30 seconds, and under 5 minutes. If you did all of that, then Owl will give you the cheer ability for Sora, which will increase the effectiveness and the duration of your summons. This does stack, so if multiple people in the party have it, it'll just increase even further. So we'll take a look at our equipment. For Goofy, I'm going to replace the Fire Ring with the EXP Ring. This will increase the experience points gained for the whole party by 20%. So it doesn't have to be on Sora, it just has to be on someone who's in the active party. And I'm pretty much gonna have Goofy in the party for about the rest of the game, so I'm gonna leave it on him. And let's make sure Donald has Leaf Bracer, so this way he will not be interrupted while using a cure command. And we'll take a quick look through the journal. We have the Halloweentown section, and 100 Acre Woods is complete now. Another and some report. We can look at it later. There's the page for Dumbo, which we didn't look at earlier. And here's Oogie Boogie. "101 Dalmatians." We're up to 60. Not bad. Not too much left for the 3 Trinity types we have. And mini games, we have everything in the 100 Acre Woods. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, consider subscribing to the channel, share with a friend, leave a comment. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.